Hello, everyone. It's Charlie Collins with LVI. And as Kimberly said, I'm in Cheshire, Connecticut. I'm in the house. And I'm here with my wife and my two daughters and my golden retriever, all of which you could hear during the webinar. You never know. If he spots something out the window, we'll all know. And it's good to be here. It's good. I hope you're all well, weathering the storm as best we all can. I think we all are. And focusing on what we can do instead of what's not possible. So sitting on the table here next to me, I have the Vision, 23-inch screen, and then next to that is the Voice. And similar products, but very different, and for very different people. I started on a desktop. I've been legally blind 40 years, so I started on a desktop in 1991. I should have in 1980. I don't even know if yeah, they were around, because LVI started in 1978. But anyway, in 1980 to 91, I wasn't going to use any of this stuff because I'm not. I don't want to be low vision, legally blind, and I certainly don't want anyone to know. So no, I'm not using it. But life got harder and harder and harder. And I'll tell you, when I did finally ask for help and start using, and it was a desktop. It was black and white. It was manual focus. It had a monitor I could angle, had an XY tray. It was decent, but it was the absolute best thing I ever used in my life. And allowed me to read and write and do so many things. And desktops, I mean, now, these days, desktops are not the most popular as they used to be. Hence, you know, we have the foldable zip, we have the tab, we have devices that connect to your existing platform or introduce a whole new PC-based platform with distance, selfie, and all that. But desktops, I'm telling you, I love them still. I love coming into a place, and we call it a desktop because once it's there, it pretty much should stay there. What I love about it is that I just go up to mine, I hit a button, it's on, I can easily read, I can write, I can pull the tray in and out, you know, I can adjust on this one, we can do all those things. So I'm still a big fan, and I tend to go towards desktops a lot when I want to get a lot done in reading and writing. So here, the Vision, you see the 20-inch, 23-inch, monitor and a big XY. But what I'm going to do first is just come from the buttons over, talk a little bit about the tray, the device, and then we'll move from there. All the way over here is power. So click, click, off, on. And what I personally like about these, they're large, easy to grab, and each move gives me a click and a very tactile feeling. I see, I'm on the screen, that's why I messed up. I'm going to turn it over and put more print. So I am able to magnify by just turning. And then I get my desired magnification. Now, if I'm reading, I don't want to look at images or my fingernails, or I'm doing some handwork under it and all that, and I want to get to the high contrast modes. This is the last button here. So this is power, magnification, high contrast. That's it. It's a very easy learning curve. There we go. I can't see it from this angle, but I know it's working. Color, very high contrast, white on black. Oh, I gotta loosen this. There. I'm fighting it. Okay, and then my last one is yellow. Very popular here. So we just kind of went with the most popular ones out there. We went the most popular, what most people ask for. You'll see also it stays nice. It stays in. It's clean. It's a good monitor. The refresh rate when I'm reading with it, it doesn't just blur out all the time. It stays clean at high magnification and decent at low magnification, which is important to help us track and read and feel good about what we're doing in front of our machine. So also with this one, I can adjust the monitor. I can bring it way down, or I can bring it up. And I also like the fact that I personally like being able to walk over and use it standing up. because I might want to throw something quick under it and look at it and read it. And you'll see we can do other things with this too. But this is just the optical, well, not the optical, but the visual side of what we're doing. So we adjust this how we need to. Here's my XY. As you can see, it's large XY system. I have a brake, friction brake, so I can give it some friction or I can lock the train any position. Especially if I'm going to move it, I would lock it underneath it. But I could lock it out here if I wanted to. I have, there, it's locked. But I can add a little bit of friction. If I had a little tremor or a little movement, I could add friction on either one of these brakes to help keep my XY more stable. So I like the big XY too. In the back of it, I have a ridge. So that helps me, so I'm not always getting I'm not like this trying to figure it out. I just take the page and I slide it to the back, and I know I'm always going to get the perfect straight edge. I also have a bit of a straight edge down here, so I can pull it. So in this area, I'm always able to keep my document straight, my book, whatever it is I might be reading under it. Of course, I have a flyer on the machine under it. Here, and I'll show you, I'll turn it once I'm done, but you got the wings that house the lighting, and the camera's mounted right here. And that's, you know, it's a desktop that, you know, with our zips and all our other products, we use the camera in distance, selfie, we move it all around, but this is fixed down. And that's it. You see what you get here. You get a great XY experience, an excellent monitor to go up and down and adjust. So I don't have to do it with the chair, go way up or down. I can sit in the chair with my feet the way I like it and then adjust the monitor. I always like that. The old days, you couldn't do that. The monitor was pretty fixed. It was hard. So that's the vision. Now, three things. We wanted it to be very well built, very simple, and ease of use. So, well, simple and easy use are probably the same thing. And as you see, I'm done. I've been in this industry a long time, sitting with people, training them. And this one I didn't have when I owned my own business. I wish I did it. It'd be like, you turn it on, you adjust your magnification, you find your favorite reading mode, bye-bye. Have fun, get reading. And that's what I love about this. But wait, there's more. Now I can take, the vision comes as MagniLink Vision 23-inch with this button display. That's one way we have it. Another cool thing is it ships in one box. So when I get it, I slice the box, I pull up on the arms, I pull the machine out, I take the plastic off, put it on a table, plug it in, ready to go. That's it. But we can also, we have two models of this. The second model is we can make it turn into a reading machine. And let me introduce the reading portion of the MagniLink Vision. This is the keypad that we use with this machine and our MagniLink Voice, which is down there. Same keypad, same functionality. I have a scan button on the bottom. I have a start and stop reading by pressing in on the first knob. I can also speed up, slow down the text and the volume. And you know, so it's I can jump right into whatever I scanned last. That's what I scanned last. And then I can just start reading it.
Magnifier, easy for all. MagniLink Vision is very easy to use, which make.
Now, I like that background, that size print, but you might not. So you could change that. But let me show you what else I can do here. I can change how I can display the sentence, the word, and I can have the document that I scanned and the print under it as a word at a time or a sentence at a time. So I map that out. Now, another thing you can do with these is you can actually have it read silently. So no audio coming out and just scrolling text. So you could sit back. I personally, when I scan, I listen. I do not want to follow. I am tired. My eyes are tired. You know, I have macular degeneration, juvenile macular, Stargardt's, whatever you want to call it. But, you know, after using your eyes all day, I want to give them a break. And all I got to do is press a button and take a picture. And I can do that over and over and over and read several documents or pages of a book. And I could follow along, but most of the time I don't. I listen. I use my other set of eyes, my ears. We don't see with our eyes, we see with our brains. Isn't that amazing? So let me go out to the live view and show you how it works. Okay, so I'm on my document. I'm done. I want to now. I want to start scanning. My eyes are tired, and I want to keep going. But I don't. But I don't want to read anymore with my eyes. So I press the button. This is going to takes a picture. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry.
MagniLink Vision HD.
I pressed the button I shouldn't have.
MagniLink Vision to a power socket. Turn the up.
Okay. Okay. So when I press the scan button, I'm presented with this window. All I need to do, and because I like the blue background, that's what I'm seeing here. If you want color, you would see the look of this. So I just kind of move this around until I get it in there the best I can. I like this also helps me with contrast. So I see each of these and the blue really stands out. So I know when I get the blue in the middle, I just got to press here and I'm going to get a picture of it now and it'll start reading there.
Plug and play connects MagniLink Vision.
Okay, so it's almost instant. I mean, like all our products, our OCR is quite fast, and that was pretty quick. Now what can I do once I'm in here? Well, like a lot of us, I'm going to take a picture, listen to the document, and then I don't want it. I don't need to save it. I'm going to move on to the next one. And I'm just going to press the scan button and redo it, align it, and keep going. That's one way, but I might want to manipulate the text, change my background, increase the speed, change the voice, put a theme. I mean, there's so many things you can do and then save it. Like this is my profile. This is the way I like it. Every time I turn it back on, this is the way it comes on. But I can turn the knob on the bottom.
Volume 80, 85, 90, 95, 100, 95.
Also at 100% volume. I don't blow out the speaker. It doesn't sound crackly and bad. And all I'm doing, it's basically like a volume knob on a stereo. The bottom knob gives me volume and starts
to a power socket
and stops reading. The next knob up, let's see what happens if I turn it.
Speech 115.
Speech 115.
Speech 120.
120,
125.
Oh, I thought it would go by 10. So it goes in 5 increments and keeps speeding up. Now it's going to speak faster.
Turn the on off knob and you're ready to start using your video magnifier. Easy
to get in there. I like a little faster. And then if oh, that's too fast. Let me slow it down.
Speech 120, 115.
No big deal. I turn it the other way. And if I press it, nothing. Now, I'm going to go to this. There's 2 buttons at the very top, and the top right button drops me back to live mode. There, my hand in black and white. There we go. And then I want to get back to my reading mode. I press the top button, but I want to get in and do a few things. I'm going to change it up a bit. I changed this button so I can change the way it's displayed because I like doing that. So you can map buttons on here to customize to your needs. And that I find very cool. Okay. I'm just going in here.
Entering settings.
Okay, it enters.
Press to select reading voice.
One thing you're gonna know is it's gonna talk a lot because I don't see too well. So I love the voice feedback. So I don't remember what it said.
Menu voice. Automatic language detection.
So I can do automatic
Press
language.
to enable.
It's okay, I have patience. I can change the automatic language detection. So if I was fluent in Spanish, let's say, and English, and I put a Spanish document under here, I don't have to go in and do anything. The OCR will recognize it, doesn't translate it, it reads it in Spanish. I'm not going to change that.
Sound profile.
Sound profiles
Press
really
to select.
is really cool.
Column selector vertical. Back. Column selector off. Column selector horizontal. Column selector vertical. Column selector horizontal. Column selector off. Back. Column selector.
Okay,
Press to select.
When I pressed in, I turned at the same time, so I jumped out of the menu I wanted to be in.
Color mode. Standby graphics.
Graphics.
Display mode.
Display mode. This
Press
is where,
to select.
so this is where I go in and I choose the way. My font, I think.
Page. Picture and word.
See?
Picture and lock.
It allows me to choose the way. So when I scan it, it will come up and I could turn her down. It'll come up in whatever one I set here. So I'm going to go out.
Quiet mode page.
See, quiet mode page, I was telling you about.
Select.
That means every time I do a scan, I won't hear anything, which I'm kind of looking forward to right now. But anyway, then I would just see the print scroll, whichever way I like it.
Quiet mode line. Picture and line. Picture and word. Page. Line. Word. Picture. Back.
Back. Back it brings me
Press
back
to select.
out. All right.
Display mode. About. Configure simple profile.
So I can have a simple and an advanced
Press to select
profile.
function for button 3. Configure advanced profile. Save profile. Press to select. Load profile. Press to select factory profile. Press to restore the factory profile.
Okay, let me just tell you a little bit about that. There's USB slots on the back of this machine. That's what this is plugged into, a USB. If I booted it, and I couldn't use the OCR portion of this unless this is plugged into the back. But I have open slots on the back, USB ports. So right now, I could this is getting used by several people in the house. Well, maybe not in the house, but in the library setting. You got different patrons that come in and they have their own USB stick. They can stick it in, load their profile. So their background, their font, their way of reading, everything they like will come in, no problem. And then, so I could save it, whether I like a simple menu system or a more advanced menu system. I put my USB stick in, I choose my name, and my settings get loaded on the machine. I love that. I also love to read. I've been in here messing around, and now I've got things all messed up. I can restore the factory and start over. So you really can't break it. You can just play with it once you get in there. But the nice thing again is, once you set it and forget it, you put it on the way you want to use this. If you just want to scan, read, speed up the speed, slow it down, turn up the volume, play and pause, that's what you can do. But if you like taking documents, saving documents, doing all sorts of things, transporting, you could come in with a document and open it and read it on this, then do that.
Reading voice.
Now, you could have a reading
Press
voice
to select. Menu voice.
or a menu voice. So
Press to
separate,
select.
which I have separate.
Automatic language detection.
I already did you.
Sound profile.
Did
Column
that.
selector.
I wanted to show you
Sound
sound profile.
Normal. Bass.
You have normal,
Press to
bass, and
select
treble.
Sound profile.
So,
bass.
and quite frankly, with seniors with tonal deafness and different, like my parents, certain way they can hear, but at the same level of loudness, because of the tone, they can't. So you might want to adjust this for the party that you're
treble. Back. Treble.
I like treble.
Sound profile treble.
Crisp and clean.
Column selector. Column mode. Standby mode.
Let me tell you, standby mode.
Press to select.
All right. It'll go to sleep. Okay, that's what it'll go to sleep. It'll wake up when I come back. 5, 10, 15, 20, you can choose that. Column mode. Say it's right now, it's say a newspaper. It's going to, like the eyes, it's going to grab the first column and just keep moving through the document, read it to you. But say it was a phone bill, and I don't want it to do that because it has date, description, and price. I want it to read from left to right. I would go in and change that. That isn't the most common, but once in a while you have a bill or something you want to read that way, you can do that.
Graphics. Display mode. About. Display mode. Graphics.
I'm going to show you graphics.
Font.
So
press font size.
So font size. You can
Turn
choose your font.
to adjust
font size.
artificial colors.
You can change your colors.
Press hand. Contrast level. Back.
Okay. So you could change the contrast, the background, the
Press
font,
select.
all that good stuff in there. Now I'm going to get out of the menu.
Display mode. About. Configure simple
Okay,
about.
so just let me tell you about the
Press to
machine.
select.
So if I needed to get the serial number, or I wanted to know if there's a firmware software update, which of course could be installed off of a USB, then all of that would tell me in about what version I have.
Configure simple profile.
No.
Configure advanced save profile. Press to select load profile. Press factory profile. Press reading voice.
Okay.
Press
Now
to
I'm
select.
going to get out by pressing 2 knobs, holding them.
Exit set.
Overall, MagniLink Vision is very easy to use, which makes it very popular among all.
Not only did I exit, but I also started reading at the same time. So here it is. Just a simple keypad, very large, bright scanner read. The orange button is the scan. Take a picture, whatever you want to call it. Gives you a loud sound, letting you know you've done it. Next button up does volume, and press and depress and press does play and pause. Next button up, how fast it's going to read. And then again, this one will change. I mapped it to change how it looks on the screen for me. Top right gets me back into live mode, and here opens it up so I could do another scan. So let's just show you again. You hear the picture noise, and there it is, done.
MagniLink Vision HD. HD plug and play connects MagniLink Vision to a.
So before I move on to the MagniLink voice, which I'm not gonna go in depth because it's identical. The keypad's the same. The play and the reading is the same. The volume's the same. Everything is the same. That's what we've done. So you're not constantly reinventing, because we use what's working and then apply it to our other products.
Charlie already mentioned it's a 23-inch screen, very crisp and clean. Magnification goes from 2.0 to 60x. The resolution is 1920 by 1080. And the weight is 29.7 pounds. As Charlie mentioned, this is our desktop CCTV. Charlie, people are wanting to know, does the monitor move? Can you move it up and down or tilt it?
Yeah. Oh, I showed that, but I can do it again.
Okay,
So,
a couple
yes.
people came in late.
Oh, okay, yes. I have it down low. So, and I was saying, which I like, because I can now keep my chair where I like it, and adjust this. I like my eyes right about center. Most people do in the middle, and then they use it. But also, I can come up, but I can rotate here. So I can walk over and use it standing up. The very nice feature. I like using them standing up sometimes. So yes, it goes up pretty high too.
Languages. I had someone ask, how many languages do we ship with? And also, can you specifically, like, let's say you want German or a different language, can it be changed?
Yes, inside that menu.
Okay.
I don't know how many we ship with.
We actually ship with 2. We ship with English and Spanish. And if you do choose to, let's say you don't want Spanish and you want German, or you want something, you can request that. We do need to know that at the time of order, because we do need to change the language. Okay, wait, there's more questions coming. Can you send a picture of text taken from a cell phone and have it read?
Yes. You could. Yeah, I could put a cell phone under here and display on an iPad, and then hit the scan button, and it will take a picture of the text on that screen and OCR it for sure. And you have an open USB, so you could bring, as long as it's the format, this can open a document in. And I think it's DOC, PDF, and zip are the 3.
Can actually be updated with more languages via your USB. So I did not know that. Thank you. So good. Someone now, whoops, hold on. The messages are scrolling upward. Hold on one second.
These are great questions.
Can you scan a couple of documents to read? Basically, they're saying, can you scan more than one page, or can you only do one page at a time?
Okay, let's go in. Go here. Let me hold down. I'm on a bad angle here. I don't suggest. So what I did was I held down the button, and it made a little, I can't quite mimic that noise, but one press gives me a page, and then a press and hold gives me.
OC text appended.
It said OC because I stopped it, but text appended. So that means I can now keep going through the document, through the book, through whatever it is. I'm going back to live mode. That's why it went off for a minute. Too many knobs. I'm starting to do the magnification from here. Yes, you can append. I just wanted to show you. I just hold down the scan button a little longer, and it appends. Here's the arms with the lighting that are filling the XY table and allowing you to shoot here. I mean, get a good quality. And then, you know, like I said, it's 30 pounds. It's not that heavy. I don't think it is. So, and I have one cable coming out of here to power. Now I have this one because I have the keypad to run the OCR portion of it. But if this was just a regular Vision, I wouldn't have this plugged in. So this is the Vision. Has a headphone jack, a couple of USBs, and it's very clean. And these arms, the arms here, when I pull this out of the box, I just pull it out with the arms, I move it over, place it down, remove the plastic, plug it in, I'm ready to go. So I'm going to move over now to the Vision. No, that was the Vision, to the voice. Here's the voice. Much smaller. So what is the voice? The voice is severe age, advanced stage macular degeneration, real bad. RP, where you lost quite a bit of any degree, or glaucoma, whatever the eye condition is, but where there's maybe light perception, you maybe have a little more than that. But this could be used for, like, I can use this in another room where I don't want to use a monitor, no problem. I can sit, put this keypad in my lap, I can scan and do all the things I was showing you on here. And when I'm coming into, on the bottom of this, I'm going to unplug. This one has a battery. So on here, there's notches. So these help me. I don't have to see. I can put, oh, that's things that went under it. This I can put upside down, and I can on this too. OCR will fix it. It doesn't have to be right side up, but I just guide it up into these two notches, and I know once I land in there, I'm perfect. It's set up perfect to take a picture. As you can see here, I have a light coming out of here, and once I close that down, I've just turned this into my carry-in handle. I take my, on the back here, there's a magnet. I can then store that. I can pick this up once it's caught inside the power. But, you know, and then I can just grab this and move on to another part of my house. I won't drag anything. I won't trip over any cable. It just makes it nice. Makes it, it's smart, this magnet on the back. Keeps my keypad attached. So when I get to where I want to be, I can put this on the table, flip this up, it'll come to life. And I just want you to hear a little bit of the menu system.
Navigation.
So navigation.
Press to select or turn the other knob to navigate.
Okay, so press the select or turn the other. So it's telling me each time I do something.
Navigation. Handle document.
Handle document is what
Press to select.
Okay, but I could save it as a zip file. I could save it as a PDF. I could save it as a doc file. I could import or export. I can bring it in with my USB, or I can save to it and bring to a computer back and forth if I wanted to do all that.
Column mode.
Column mode, same as this.
Press to disable.
I can disable it so it reads straight across the page, or I leave it on because I don't normally want to do that.
Volume.
Volume. I can
turn the other knob to adjust.
Yeah, but which I can do without being in the menu.
Speed.
Speed.
Turn
so
the other knob to adjust.
So once I set the speed and the volume in this menu, that's where it's always going to start from. That's going to be default. So my first scan, if I say, oh, that's too fast or too slow, then I can adjust it on the fly. But these are giving
navigation.
Me. And now I'm back in the navigation.
Press to select or turn the other knob to navigate. Entering settings.
Okay, so I hold down the
Press
two
to select
buttons. Now I'm in
voice.
settings. And what can I do?
Menu voice.
I can do menu voice.
Press automatic language detection.
Here we go with the automatic
Press to
language
enable.
detection again. You're going to see it.
Sound profiles.
Sound Pro, it's the same thing.
Column mode.
Column mode.
Standby mode.
Standby mode.
About.
About.
Configure simple pro. Configure a safe
So
profile. Press to
everything I
select.
showed you on here is all in this one. You also have a headphone jack on this one. This one weighs, Kimberly will tell you, I'm not sure, but it has two weights because one you can get with the battery, one without a battery. And you know, without a battery, you got to leave it plugged in. This one has a battery. So I get to go wherever I want and read it. And they're great for, you know, if I was traveling, something we can't do anymore. But if I was going to visit family or something and I wanted to bring a scan and read system with me and not this big one, this would work. So in the old days, these didn't come with OCR built into them. So people would buy this and put this in the other part of the house. Then I started seeing people wanted to break away from their desktop, even if it had OCR, and they would buy this, maybe put it out in the kitchen under a cabinet, and then pull the arm up, throw their cookbook, throw a magazine, put something they want to read. Because a lot of the people that are buying this, they might not be on the internet as much as I am, reading with my built-in Office reader. You know, Windows has a reader built into it. So they might need to access print. There's plenty of things that we can't get digitally, or I don't know how to use a computer. I want to access it still. These devices allow me to do that. Is there any questions on the voice? This is the voice 2. It's been updated. It's faster. You see the, and again, same keypad.
Charlie, someone's asking the battery life, how long the battery lasts.
You got that on the data sheet there?
I do. So basically, you guys, it's up to 5 hours. The weight is 5.3 pounds.
With a battery.
Yes. And the battery's, you know, fairly close to a pound. It's pretty lightweight. And then the dimensions folded are 9.8 by 2.9 by 12.6. So that's width, depth, and height. And unfolded, it's 9.8 by 11.8 by 12.6. And you guys, pricing on the voice
And
is
control removed.
$2,195 without a battery. If you'd like to add a battery, it's $300. And then the very first that he showed you guys, the Vision, it's
End control plug in.
$2,595,
and with TTS, it's $3,995.
So what was cool was if I unplug the hand control, it tells me hand control unplugged. Thank you. But that's good to know. If you know, why isn't it's because it's unplugged. And then when I plug it in, it tells me that I plugged it in. So it's very kind. But that was funny when I unplugged it, it told me. And while you were talking, sorry, I didn't know it was going to do that.
Oh, no.
And I felt like Vanna White while you were giving all those stats, because I was like,
So we're not going to show
that is our two.
We're not going to show this
systems.
today, but Henrik wanted me to let you guys know too. We could do an advanced session in the future. We can show you that you can use these units with a mouse connected in with the USB, and then you can take pictures, you can zoom up and down, you can actually mark text.
No scanned pages.
That can be read directly. So if you just wanted to like highlight a paragraph or highlight a couple words, you can do that as well. So that's something that we can do in an advanced, one of the things that we're doing. And Charlie has some other really good videos up on our YouTube channel for both the voice and the vision. So that's something you can always go look at as well. Those are really nice because they're maybe 5 minutes or something, and they're specifically, here's how you do this feature.
I think like the MLS, like when I have the scan box, it looks just like that. Now, if I had a mouse connected, I could click and just read that one box. So, you know, I could open the floodgate to functionality on these machines. But this webinar was going to be focused on simple, setup, unboxing, throwing on the table, placing on the table and all that good stuff. But did you see I don't know, well, when I came walking over and sat down, I sat on the controller and it started talking and scared me. So I suggest not do that, but at least you won't lose it. You'll feel when you sit on it. I want to show you the bag for the voice. I forgot, and I have it on the other side. So let's run over there quick. Oh, good, I did put it here. So here's our bag. Again, a lot of our bags will come with outer storage. If you wanted to put something out here, we got plenty of storage. I got a nice shoulder strap to carry my voice around with me. And then I have my orange pulls. I open her up. Inside here, I'm going to always have the documentation. As Kimberly said, I'm going to get any cables I could possibly need to use this. I hate when I buy something and I get it, and it's like, yo, you got to get the mini HDMI to HDMI. Well, why didn't you include it? Now I can't even use the thing. We don't have that happen with our stuff. And then
Could not find USB device.
I know, I unplugged you. I'm sorry. And here's the inside. So it's form fitted. It fits in nice. That's the power supply, and I put it in, good to go. Now that's the LVI bag. If you've been on one of our webinars before, you'll notice they're all very similar. They're all protected. The products in them are very well protected, and it's all shoulder straps and very lightweight too. I think it's lightweight. So that's my overview. That's, the people that will best get use out of these products are definitely, it's never for me to judge because I like desktops. So I would never say this is just for seniors. I like these types of products for me. So I would never say that. But in my experiences, definitely seniors like desktops quite a bit more. They want simple. And we address that with this model. They want simple, and we give them simple with this. We give them simple with the voice too. We give them simple. Scan and read only if you want, adjust the volume, reduce the speed, increase the speed, or have a field day with lots of features. Either way, simple or more advanced modes built into both of these, depending on the person. Any more questions?
Yeah, someone asked about charging time, you guys, for the battery. It's up if let's say it's fully dead, it's up to 2.5 hours to fully charge it. And so it is fairly quick. And Henrik wanted me to mention as well that we've received a lot of great feedback from our end users that our menu system reminds them of like VoiceOver, that it's very easy to use, very simple, and it does remind them of VoiceOver. And so that makes it a really great feature, because anything that's, as Charlie said, that's going to read back to you, just kind of walk you through where you're at. It's really nice and simple and easy to use.
Yeah, I mean, not only does it tell you where you are, but it tells you how to activate it and take the next step, and it tells you the button to touch or to turn or press. So you don't need much education or training. You just turn it and it says, oh, do this. Okay, now I'm in there. So, and then it reads that to you. Yeah, it's very intuitive.
Excellent. And you guys notice the case, and this is that way with all of our cases inside, they're orange. So when you're putting something in the case, you're not putting something in a dark black hole. It's orange, it's bright, it's easy to see. And so it's much easier for taking things in and out and for fitting things in. Thank you. Someone just wrote that they really appreciate that we've created a simple CCTV to work with the students and with people that have multiple disabilities. Charlie, you mentioned people, let's say they have they're hard of hearing, you can change the tone, the pitch, there's things that you can do. So thank you for that compliment. We appreciate that. Are there any other questions before I go back to the PowerPoint and show you the rest of the webinars we have coming up? Thank you. Someone said, great job presenting the equipment, Charlie. Great job. Easy to follow.
I try.